Hey guys, Silicon Slave here. I thought I'd do something a bit different today. Normally I kind of talk about music and all that kind of shit, but I've been watching a lot of YouTube shit, actually at work. I'm working hard. And it's been really inspiring. People like Luna and that kind of shit. They just have all these videos where they just talk about, their lives and shit that's happened to them, and it makes really good stories. So anyway, I thought I'd start this like sort of series of videos off appropriately enough with my first memory of anything. And I think with a lot of people, and it's definitely with like this with me, a lot of the time you don't know because it's like a story that gets told to you. You don't know how much of it is actually a real memory, and how much of it is the story that you've been told by your parents and relatives and shit that have seen you doing this thing. So anyway, this is one of those party stories I always tell people when I first meet them to try and be like, oh, that guy's cool, sick, and we'll do the other. I think there's like three main ones that I usually do. So if you know me, you've probably heard them before anyway. But so this one is I went to a music festival with my mom. It was called Jazz Fest. They still do it, and my mom, being the good mother that she was, she left me unattended for a little while and caused all kind of ruckus. So essentially, the way this went down, Jazz Fest, they held it at this big horse racing track, which we actually used to live behind. And so they had all the dance floors with these giant big sand sort of squares that they would cut out of this giant loop. So anyway, we're at one of these stages seeing Santana, me and my mom, and this was her style of parenting. So we she drew a little circle for me in the sand, and I had all my trucks and toys and bullshit with me. I was 3 at the time, and she's like, "All right, Gus, Mommy's gonna go get a groove on over here. You stay here, and you just play in this little circle." And I'll never forget. This is why I think it's a real memory and not just a story. Although, you never know. I vividly remember I was wearing these green corduroy overalls, and I can even I can almost still feel it in my head when I fucking think about it. And so Mom left me, and she said, "All right, Gus, you go play in the circle. Mommy's gonna go get a groove on. I'll be right back." And did the usual kid shit, moving the truck around, all that bullshit. Um, and a few minutes into it, as you'd expect to happen, I got sand in my pants, and it was very distressing for me, especially as a child. Getting sand all up in your personal bits. So I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, I got sand in my pants. Help me, help me, help me. And, she's like, oh, Mom's getting a groove on right now, maybe come back 10, 15 minutes once the set's over. And I didn't really like that. So I went back to the circle, disgruntled and shit, and I'm still playing with my truck. So I was like, oh, fucking Mom, tell me what you got sand in my pants. And I decided after about a minute, I was like, you know what, fuck this. Even as a baby, I was saying, fuck this, fuck that. Bad baby. So I decided, fuck it, I'll take the overalls off. Easy. Take the overalls off. And, it probably would have just been that. I probably would have been playing in the sand naked in my little circle, and nothing would have come of it. But somebody in the crowd, some fucking unit, they go out and they're like, run, baby! You're free now! Run! And I took that as like the starting pistol. I was off. I was gone. And so I ran away from my mom. And eventually they had to call security because it was a very tight crowd and I was a little baby, and I could just kind of like sort of run through the tight spaces. A lot of people couldn't. So for about 30 minutes, my mom and the security guards were fucking chasing me around this little Jazz Fest fucking sand pit thing. Get this, the way that they finally caught me, and I also have a very vivid memory of this, whether or not it's actually, my actual memory or some composite bullshit, I'll never know. But I'll never forget. So I was running away, and I was like, okay, I'm going to jump into I saw a little golf cart. I saw a little empty golf cart, like the ones that security and like staff use to get around the fucking festivals. And I saw one of these things, and I'm like, this is my ticket out of here. I'm fucking free. I am free. I don't ever have to look back. I just fucking drive in this thing, hit the fucking gas, and go. So that's what I did. I tried to steal a golf cart as a 3-year-old. I can't believe me either. So I jump into the golf cart, and I'm like, turn the wheel back and forth, like, oh fuck yeah, I'm making it out. And I'm looking behind me, and like mom and the security guards, the two giant big ass security guards, are like fucking gaining on me, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm turning the wheel back and forth. I should be going somewhere. But because I'm a 3-year-old fucking idiot, I didn't think to use the ignition or hit the gas or anything like that. So I was just statically sitting in this car going back and forth like, what? They're gaining on me. And yeah, and then obviously the security guards captured me and brought me back to my mom. Where I was, in big trouble for the night. But all in all, it was totally worth it. So that's my story. If you guys like this, or, you want to hear more, I'm gonna keep doing some more of these because I find it really fun, and also, just between you and me, it's very daunting, like getting in front of a camera and just talking shit for 5 minutes. It's something that actually really scares me, and that's kind of why I want to do it, because I like doing shit that scares me. It's fun. Anyway, so let's do that classic YouTube promo bullshit. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Illy, love ya. Big heart. Gay, 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 gay. Mwah.